Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'ma every time I hit the stage, I make it. Biz starts up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still.
Whiteout conditions throughout the Great Plains sure made travel difficult, but we're still expecting a full house at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Black 20.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the third round. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. But you look at this defense. This unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
180. Here we go. 76.
Now Goff. He's going to air one out. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
18, Romeo. 18, 5.
Throwing to start the drive. Callaway has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Here we go. Start.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
19, Charger, 65 check, 65 check.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one going to come up short, low throw. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Again, he'll drop the throw. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. He'll try and throw for it here. He'll try to do it himself. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
First and 10, Taylor now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now it's gone. There's a short one caught by Tonjes. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 8.
Play action. It's gone. They'll get this off to Taylor. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
180! Whirling!
Dobbins is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Taylor will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
18, fight it.
34-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And that will be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler.
They'll look to throw again. This one thrown underneath to Achane. The gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking in the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Goff now to throw. He'll swing this out to Harvey. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Go, come on! 20! Shell! Turbo!
Out of the gun. Goff. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. The Broncos at 7-2 here on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Goff now looking to throw. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
76, tell him. 76,
Throwing again is gone. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Dolphins' 34-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he will have the Broncos first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's Goff. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Goff. He finds Smith-Njigba. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
He's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Brandon Jordan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Callaway. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through this second half as we are back underway in Denver. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drink.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
On 3rd down, H.M. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll go, H.M. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
180.
Now gone. Setting up a screen for Harvey. Given 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Go, go.
To throw is gone. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. There he goes, left side. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with, and they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make it 24-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the gun, here's Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Black 20. Pour it out. Listen.
Back to throw. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
What's up?
Once more with Harvey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, starting to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is is now 24.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Dolphins 7.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Achane on the counter. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Again, running right, Achane. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had no way to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the Broncos' 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On the give, it's Harvey. Down at the 25.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This is 2nd and 8. Again, it's Harvey. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Go. 180.
And they will take a knee here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was